from that, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our next speaker, Joby, who is also known as the Orange Lady. She is the owner and founder of the Orange Blush Salons and the Orange Institute of Fashion and the Arts. She is also the executive producer and host of Beauty and the Biz on ABS-CBN News Channel and the host of Usapang Beauty on the New Channel. She is a serial entrepreneur who is continuously aiming to work towards long-term plans for the Parlorista at Barbero Kami or PAK Foundation, as well as sharing her knowledge as a speaker, lecturer, and trainer covering topics on beauty, wellness, and business. By being eternally optimistic, focused, and driven, Joby is working on becoming a top-of-mind celebrity beauty entrepreneur and endorser. She is a woman who undoubtedly believes that all things are possible with God. To talk about beauty from within, enjoying a balanced personal and career life, live streaming from Cabanatuan City, ladies and gentlemen, Joby Linsangan-Moreno. In a few moments. In the meantime, please do comment your thoughts, your insights, and anything that you have in mind, because we would surely love to read some of your comments. And of course, the official event beneficiary for Global Women Who Rule 2021 is I Am Making a Difference. Master Coach A already mentioned I Am Making a Difference, or for short, I Am MAD. We will get to know more about them later on before the event ends, ladies and gentlemen. So, do we have any comments? I'd like to give a shout out to all those that are watching live right now. Thank you very much for joining us on the very first Global Women Who Rule 2021. So, this summit, as I've mentioned earlier, is a celebration of women across different generations, sizes, colors, wherever you are in this world. This is a celebration of you as a woman. And I'm very honored to be a part of this legacy. I call this a legacy because surely this first installment of Global Women Who Rule will not be the last. And so, which among the speeches we've all heard from today are your favorites so far? Yes. Now, please comment down below because, yeah, we would like to give a shout out to all of our viewers right now. So, anyway, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for making this event possible. We have quite a number. Here we go. Of course, the new channel, Puzzle Box BPO Incorporated, Lord Laurent, Morris Garage's Expect Extraordinary, Outcome Advertising, Prettier Placenta, Lamoyan Corporation, of course, thank you to Happy Toothpaste, Well Life, JCI Pinay Power, JCI Makati, JCI Makati Princess Urdua, of course, Orange Salon. We also have Power Max Center, of course, NAS Global, helping you design success. We also have HFSE International School. Of course, we have Lovely Wall Art Printing. Not limited for our grazing boxes. We also have Chismesa, and tray options. Hearty Studio, we have Zen Events, and Beauty Buzz PH. There you have it. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors. All right. So we will be next in line is actually the Orange Lady. I already introduced Miss Joby Linsangan-Moreno to everyone. Now, if Miss Joby is ready, maybe we can have her on stream now. Okay, there you go. This is Miss Joby Linsangan-Moreno, and I hope you get to watch her. She has a show on the new channel called Usapang Beauty, and of course, she's also the host of Beauty and the Biz on ABS-CBN News Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Joby Linsangan-Moreno.
Hello, everyone, and mabuhay! I think you can all hear me right now. And to everyone watching abroad and everywhere else and here po sa ating globe at of course in the world, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. So thank you so much, Ma'am Marcy Ange, for that beautiful introduction. Parang kaunti na lang po ang sasabihin ko kasi go along this afternoon. But before I begin, I would like, of course, to take this wonderful opportunity to thank TNC, the new channel family. Of course, Ma'am Apple Manansala. We also have Sir Lloyd. Thank you so much for this opportunity of being one of global women who ruled 2021, di ba? Kung maging part ka nga ng ganitong event, it's such a wonderful honor, and I hope that tonight or this afternoon, I can somehow share my thoughts on living a joyful and balanced personal career/work life. So are you ready? So natutuwa po ako because our past speakers and past profiles were napakatalagang energetic naman. So hindi ka ba ninebusen, di ba? When you are lined up with such amazing and powerful, empowered women. So once again, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Joby Linsangan-Moreno, your Orange Lady. And I'm also an entrepreneur. So I own Orange Blush Salons, hence the name Orange Lady. Ako din po ay isang negosyante. Aside from owning salons, we also have several businesses under our company and family's name. Also, ganun din, I'm also a host for ABS-CBN's new channel in season 1, Beauty and the Biz, and also Usapang Beauty right here on the new channel. Ako din po ay isang Go Negosyo mentor and host. So I am looking forward to becoming a celebrity entrepreneur and host. So today is a very special day because I will be sharing with you a bit about my life. Sana po sa mga nakikinig. Again, I am just 40 years old. I do not claim to be an expert in any field, but I hope somehow these thoughts that work for me, these tips that work for me, can also work for you, can somehow influence you and your lives in living a joyful and balanced work and business life. So here we go. So I'd like to, my topic today is actually about the 10 commandments of the Orange Lady. So before I start, why Orange Lady? Now, this is actually coined by my mentor and manager, none other than Tito Boy Abunda. Good afternoon po. I hope you are watching. So for us, orange color exudes brilliance. It exudes youthfulness, optimism, diba? So whatever orange represents, it's a representation of me. It's always fresh. It's an optimist, but also a realist in a sense that you always find solutions in everything that you are going through. So right now, my first commandment, which is actually very special to me because it's quite personal, is first commandment of the Orange Lady is you put God first. Of course, whether it's in business or in personal life, you know, when you put God first, walang imposible, diba? So, I'm sure kayo din in your own lives, so when you lead your own lives, when you put your first mornings, you know, with the Lord, and you put your last evenings, last time of your night with the Lord, everything just falls into place. So, ganun din po sa buhay. As for me, when you're talking about a joyful, no, balanced personal and business life, I've always envisioned it, and I've always planned it to be that the first things are offered to God. So I would like to share a short story of how God called me in my earlier days. I could vividly remember grade 5 po ako noon. We sing in church, all four of us. So we were singing I Love You, Lord. I could remember I was 11 years old. And you know what? I started crying. You know, I really started crying. I didn't know why, but I knew at that moment God met me. So from that day on, I made sure that everything, every plan that I have, every dream that I have, you know, I offer it to Him and I put Him first. And you can always feel God's presence and hand working, you know, when you offer everything to Him. So right now, personally, I am a happy mom of three, of Star, of Boo and Bibu. Their ages 12, 10, and 9. And also a wife of one. Syempre, of course, my husband. And I'm happy to say that he's also my first and only boyfriend, which I also prayed for. So you see, amazing things happen when you let God handle your situation. So that's my commandment one, put God first. Our second commandment is treat others the way you want to be treated. So just like the golden rule, I think for me it's very important that you always do unto others what you wanted to be done unto you. So, di ba, you always reap what you sow. So, importante po yun. If you sow seeds of love, of forgiveness, always treat that other person with the utmost love, sincerity, and respect. And regardless, no, kung ano nga ba ang tao ito, whether it's an important person or a regular person, make sure that you are the same, no, the same treatment at the same level of respect is given to both, di ba? O kaya to anyone talaga na meet mo. Kasi it always comes back to you. And what the challenging thing, no, with that is that it has to be modeled by you, by example. So when you want to be treated, so simple lang, in simple terms, let's say, you don't want to be shouted at, then do not shout. 'Di ba? Kung ayaw mong sinusungitan ka, then huwag kang maging masungit. 'Di ba? It's always, whatever you do to others, it will always come back to you. So treat others the way you want to be treated. In short, sabi nga sa Bible, 'di ba? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Okay? So that's our second commandment. Commandment number 2 from the Orange Lady is treat others the way you want to be treated. Our third commandment is, of course, you have to have quality, undivided time, spend quality, undivided time with your family and loved ones, which is very important, especially now, di ba? Ngayon, pandemic, you get to realize that the best things in life are not things. They're not things. They're actually your health, people that you love. They're actually your time, 'di ba? The love that you have for your family and their love for you, that's what matters now. So I think right now is the best time to sometimes unplug. So natiintindihan ko po, sometimes it's napakadali sa atin that when we wake up, we check on our phone. Before we sleep, we still check on our phone. In the middle of the day, hindi tayo alis ng bahay without the phone. You know, a healthy reminder could be you can unplug your phone sometimes. No, whatever distracts you, I think you can unplug sometimes and spend quality and undivided time with your family because children grow up fast. I could relate to that. And syempre tayo, we grow older din. So it's very important that to live a balanced family and personal life, you have to have a priority on how you can have undivided time. And remember, ang undivided time po ay always scheduled. It never happens by chance. So, hindi po yan po pwedeng pag may time ka lang, pag hindi ka na busy. It should always be a priority for you that you can move on, no? Na magkaroon talaga ng special time and bonding with the family and your loved ones. And of course, our fourth is love your family unconditionally. I think we can all relate to that. But what I'd like to share with you is that when you love your family, I think there's always forgiveness. There's always letting go. There's always not sweating the small stuff. And sometimes it's very difficult, but this is a very wise advice. You let others win. Yes, sometimes it's very healthy that you let others win. Kasi when you do that, you are being the bigger person, di ba? When they go low, you go high. Sabi nga ni Michelle Obama, di ba? So I think for you to be able to have that peace of mind and that you are in control of your emotions and the people around you and your emotions and also the future as well, you have to let others win sometimes. And that's a way of showing how much you love them. And that, people, is how you love unconditionally. You just pray for them, love your enemies, do good to those who hurt you, and pray for those who spitefully use you. Yun ang sabi sa Luke, di ba? From the book of Luke, from the Holy Bible. Now, our 5th until the 10th commandments will deal about our personal and business life. So, my 5th will be dream big and start small. So, ako po, lingid sa kaalaman ng iba, isang medical technologist. I'm also a licensed medical technologist because I was supposed to become a doctor. Yes, because my sister's a doctor. Ang medtech po ay pinag-aralan ko lamang para maging pre-med course natin. Of course, I graduated from GWWR, University of Santa Tomas. But you know, when God directs you, amazing things happen, things that you never thought would be possible, but trust that He's always in control and He always wants what's best for you. So, after I started Orange the Salon in 2003, ngayon po ay, ako po ay negosyante na, serial entrepreneurs. And if not for the business, I wouldn't have this faith in God na ganun ka-strong at saka ganun kasaya, joyful is different from being happy because joyful is being joyful, having that peace of mind, peace of heart, regardless of the situation, regardless of any fear, regardless of any worry, you are joyful because you know that God is with you and that He is taking care of you. You may see bad news, you may hear a lot of concerning news, but trust that when you have entrusted your heart and soul to God, everything will be okay. So, ang sa atin po, when you dream big, start small. When it comes to reality, you have to make it a point that you only spend what you have. Diba? So, when you have that mentality that you spend what you have and then you dream big. Because remember, dreaming is for free, diba? But then again, dreaming without a timeline or a due date is just a dream. So it's important that you get to have the timetable, a due date sa inyo pong mga dreams because they have expiration dates, diba? Kailangan alam mo kung kailan mo makakamit ang iyong pangarap sa buhay. So when you dream big, you make sure that it's reachable, that it's of course, kailangan ang iyong pangarap ay it's true to yourself. It makes your heart happy, it makes you beautiful, it makes you feel kumbaga, you are a contributing member of the society. So, dream big, start small. During my humble beginnings, I invested everything I had from my salaries as medical technologist to the business. And right now, it has grown to a lot of branches and also and led to a lot of different businesses pa. So I hope that you get to do that. Remember, kailangan po nakasulat ng iyong dream as how you can achieve it, on how the business plan should be, you study. You should know how to, of course, reach for that dream. So that's, of course, our number 5. Now, our number 6 is be proactive and focus. So when I say be proactive, I'd like to share a simple example lang on how proactivity means. My husband and my kids, they get hungry. Hungry. So, pag nagutom sila, talaga namang nagsusungit at saka nawawala sa mood. I think we can all relate to that. But being proactive means you never let them go hungry. Diba? So para walang sungit, walang bad mood, your job as being a proactive person is to anticipate and to find solutions when challenges come. Because it takes a lot of stress, out from you because you have planned and you have anticipated this time. So be proactive and focus. A wise man said, stop managing your time and start managing your focus. Diba? So dapat you are focused on one thing, and remember, anything that you focused on will keep growing. So dapat kayo din po, diba? Kailangan alam natin where to focus. It's very easy to get distracted, especially during this time because ang dami pong nagsusulputang mga gadgets, of course, the sites na ang sarap, online shopping, diba? So what's important is that you set a time to, of course, be proactive and focus. All right, then. One of my favorite commandments is commandment number 7, which says, do not complain. Yes, you heard me right. Do not complain. So I think not a lot of people say about a tip like that you do not complain. But I think for me, when you do not complain, you are appreciating the blessings that you have. Complaining just magnifies the problems. No, our mantra in the office, at least in our office, no, what we do is that they present us problems and challenges, but they also present solutions. So that's why no one complains, diba? Kasi it's always easy to point the blame to anyone, kahit nga weather minsan, nagsisisi natin, diba? But when you do not complain and you find solutions as well, then it's easier to move on with life. My kids, we train them, of course, to see the positivity in everything and that not to complain, not to whine, but to find solutions. We always have this game that when they get stressed and they fight. Now what we always tell them is that always be, then they finish the sentence. Sabihin nila, thankful. Always find solutions and always smile. So in their little minds and little hearts, I know now when they grow up, they will remember. So for you and for us, kids and adult, as the same katulad po natin, I think we should not complain about life. I think we should be grateful for the blessings instead. And if you're not part of the solution, remember, then just keep quiet, 'di ba? Mas less stressful yon. And of course, it's also another tip on how you can live a balanced and a joyful. Remember, we are talking about joyful. Joyful means happy. Joyful means being beautiful. Joyful means being eternally hopeful, 'di ba? And that is very essential. Not complaining is very essential in living a balanced and joyful family and work/business life. And now, number 8, of course, is for the ladies out there. Ang sabi po sa number 8 is feel beautiful, be beautiful. 'Di ba? So I think it's our responsibility, 'di ba? Ladies, come on. Hindi niyo po pwedeng isisi na kayo ay hindi nag-ayos, kayo ay hindi nakapag-ayos ng mabuti sa buhok, sa kuko because you don't have time. Remember, you always make time for people and for situations that matter to you. So when you want to become beautiful for your loved one, and then that's the time that joy starts, di ba? Not just within you, pero pansinin mo din sa lahat ng mga tao, mga kasama mo. Because that's how you feel inside. When you feel beautiful, you are beautiful outside. So that's regardless of your age, regardless, of course, of your gender, regardless of your color, regardless of your size. When you exert effort to be beautiful, and it does not need to be expensive, ha? It does not need to be expensive. I just want to be clear. If you are beautiful, if you're presentable all the time, and you make effort to be beautiful, then you are beautiful. So that's our commandment number 8. Feel beautiful and be beautiful. Number 9 is, of course, count your blessings. Always remember that a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. No, I think it's one of the greatest things that we can do, especially right now. I know everyone's distressed about the pandemic, and everyone, I know in the deepest part of your hearts you worry, diba? But when we count our blessings and we remember God's faithfulness from the old, no, all the things He's given us, all the answered prayers, I think we will be more grateful. We will even be more grateful because we are here, we are alive, we are talking right now, you are watching, you're all here with us, and we are here for a reason. So I hope tonight when you sleep, you get to count your blessing. Blessings that cannot be bought by money, no? Lahat ng kapamilya mo, lahat ng kaibigan mo, lahat that the time that we have now due to the pandemic, I think we can appreciate not just the small things but the big things that God has bestowed on us, diba? The beautiful sunset, the wonderful wind na kanina ang lakas ng hangin dito sa Cabanatuan City, you appreciate God's little and small blessings, not just to you, but to your family as well. And more blessings will come, diba? So finally, I'd like to leave you today, with our 10th commandment, which is make your light shine. Find your purpose and seize it. So yun po ang aking calling from I had this I read this verse, that's Matthew 5:16, that I'd like to live with you. It says, make your light shine, and so that others may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. So 38 years old po ako when I read that, and I knew God wanted me to remember that for the rest of my life, because that is my purpose in life. You know, I am here to actually make my light shine so that others may see the good Lord, His good works, and His faithfulness. But the secret I've been trying when I was 38 years old, you know what, when I read that, I was trying so hard to make my light shine. Kasi hindi ko alam, I had to shine, I had to be a light to everyone. But on my 40th birthday, you know what? I knew that God whispered in my heart, you don't have to shine by yourself. You know why? When you get closer to the source of light, you shine naturally. So I think for all of you watching, I think you could shine on your own way, whether it's in business, whether it's at work, whether it's in family. Remember the 10 commandments of the Orange Lady. And I think that is it for me. At sana po, you can also, all 10 commandments of the Orange Lady before I leave is here in my book. This is, of course, Beauty and the Beast. It's also a book on all the beauty entrepreneurs that I've interviewed during the first season, but it contains also what everything that I told you about the 10 commandments of the Orange Lady, sharing with you a part of my life. And this is going to be published by ABS-CBN Books on April 8th. So that's my birthday. Regalo ko po sa inyo on April 8th. And it will be available on Amazon. So worldwide po ito. Is going to be free from April 8th to April 12th as introductory sale po natin for all the viewers out there. So it's going to be available on Amazon, Beauty and the Beast, the book, okay? How to live a stress-free life, and of course, balancing your life, thoughts on living a joyful and balanced personal and business life. Okay, so hiningal ako doon. So I hope that somehow I have shared with you my life's hacks and tips. Again, sabi ko nga, when you're a family woman, remember, you're not just a mother, you're not just a wife, you're also a daughter, you're also a sister, also a tita. So you're also a friend to everyone. So I hope that you make your light shine so that others may see it and glorify your Father in heaven. So magandang tanghali, gabi, umaga po sa inyong lahat dito sa Pilipinas at sa buong mundo. Thank you so much, TNC family, and I hope that you are having a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I hope to see you soon sa Usapang Beauty, and thank you so much for having me this afternoon. Again, this is your Orange Lady, Joby Linsangan-Moreno. Maraming maraming salamat po. Always find the beauty in everything. God bless you!